Okay, we're going to look at a simple graph that I drew in a previous video and also a straight line, and we're just going to investigate a few features of the graph menu. So I'm going to go into the graph. I've already got this ready. I've already set the window up. If you don't know how to do that, you can look on a previous video. So I've already drawn this graph, and now it's just what can the calculator tell us about the graph? What am I going to need to sketch it? So I'm going to press F5, and this takes me into a menu where it gives me all the information that I'm going to require from this graph. So the first one is root, and this is where the graph crosses over the x-axis. So I will need this if I'm going to sketch. So it gives me the first one, and I can get this one by pressing this arrow. So that's the root. The second thing I might be interested in is where it crosses the y-axis, which is actually 2. But if it wasn't so obvious, we'll do the same thing. We go to GSolve and we go to Y-Intercept, and it gives me 2. Next thing, I might want to know where this graph is equal to 1, where y is 1. So again, if I go, and instead of looking for any of these, I'm just going to go along to the to the xcalc, and when y is 1, what's x equal to? One answer is there, and there's another one here. So like the root, there are 2 different answers for this. So I've got those 2 answers. Another thing that I might be interested in, well, I'm sure I'm going to be interested in, is the minimum point, which is this point here. Now, because it's a quadratic, it's got a minimum, it doesn't have a maximum. I don't need any calculus, this isn't about calculus. This might be needed if I was looking for the vertex, which could be used for completing the square. So I'm going to go to min, and it gives me the minimum. So once again, once you've drawn the graph, the GSolve will give you everything. If there's more, what about the Y-intercept? Well, for that, the intercept. For that, I'm going to use this. So I'm going to exit from here, and I'm going to draw another line. So I want to know where the line and the curve equal each other. So half of x, let's draw it. So the line and the curve, again, go to F5, and for this one I'm going to use the intersect button. It gives me the first answer, then it will give me the second answer again if I go further on. There are more features here, this for calculus, and we'll explain that in a later video.